That's not a best friend look. The hell? That's not a best friend look. Gay.
What's NCT JNJM?
I've been seeing people post like getting all crazy about how hot they are.
All right, folks, we're reacting to the debut of a new NCT subunit. This is Jeno and Jamin, NCT Dream's main rappers. The lyrics captured the playful cockiness that the track aims to put across with lyrics, "Climb on, my nose bridge is like a slide for you."
Bye!
And even if you think it over all night, it's so fun. Choosing just one is hard, because we got two of them ones.
Slide down my nose bridge.
So what does that even
Like your nose bridge, dude.
Climb on it like in what way?
Like if you shrunk down and climbed on it so it was a slide.
What Isaiah's saying.
Duh.
Climb every mountain.
In the music video, both of them fight for attention of a mystery woman in a hotel, taking turns to impress her with their gentlemanly behavior, dance moves, and good looks. The song is composed by Cyrus and Nicholas Persson.
How do they film these? I would like crack up so hard if someone was like, seduce the mystery woman in the hotel.
If you're hearing this right now, that means this video isn't monetizable, nor is it sponsored. Instead, this video is brought to you by you, our YouTube members and supporters on Patreon. Patreon and YouTube memberships are how viewers like you can support our team and also gain access to tons of exclusive content.
Yes.
Now we're sparkling. We're so sparkling.
Thank you so much to all of you who already support us. We really couldn't keep doing this without you. And now, back to the video.
Let's get in. Let's see if we get any of the sexy tropes, or if it's gonna be like, what's the vibe? You're the mystery woman. See, that's beautiful. All right, ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Sexy.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Fuzzy.
Okay, great fits.
Why are you smiling like that?
I want those jeans so badly. Oh.
And that Tokyo Drift progression.
That's funny.
That's the most Jamin intro.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This is such a rom-com like ass plot.
I have to say it, it's very boy group.
Shame.
It's the SM camera angle.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're doing a lot of the contrast just between kind of the high falsetto and the more chest voice.
I kind of like that little break.
Oh, yeah, man. All right. I like this like scream they have in the back.
I thought we were gonna change like progression.
I know.
They got a nice falsetto. I like the progression. It's just 2 chords, but I like the going up 1/2 step. Okay, Riz.
Solid hook.
That sounded so funny.
Me for real.
Okay.
Damn. Yes.
Mystery woman.
Mystery woman getting her ship. Oh, why are you wearing jeans?
Concept overconfident.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay, best fit
Get into this. Just the bartender thing.
Actually, pretty good shaker technique.
So what do we think about the music?
Yo, why is this the
It's
Great
Great
Gatsby?
Gatsby, of course. And of course, we have the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, there's like a little like wicca wicca and like a little like a record scratch.
It does keep a very uniform style.
Oi! Okay, we're getting the major a little bit.
Is this like the first time the synth is pulling out the chords?
Yeah.
Well, it just feels like it's sliding.
Yes.
But it's not.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, I love this little change up at the end.
They make it major here. It's like a lot more wholesome in the chords.
I like the depressing organ in the background, like just glistening down.
Got the Zora's Domain. sound from Zelda. Oh, this is what a weird time. Ooh,
We
that's
changed, but we still just went in between the two chords.
They got flat. Oh, it's flat Stanley.
They've been flattened.
Okay. Yes.
That was a very strange song.
Yeah, it is very strange.
Yeah. Like they're swagalicious, sure. You know,
Yeah.
that's a given.
Wow.
Should have known. Should have known. That was really, I mean, concept-wise, though, like, I should have known. Like, of course they would do something like this. It just makes sense. I feel like it's so on brand. Snowman, yeah.
They've gotta be like in love with each other, bro. What? But like also, I could see that being like an absolute bromance platonically. I might get some slander for this, but you know what? I'm okay with it. This is the best on-screen chemistry I've seen in this on this entire channel.
Whoa.
Between the two of them, they know each other clearly really well. Like they're so in sync. And maybe I'm not remembering some other song that has better one. But in terms of like clear on-screen chemistry, these two really had it.
I feel like everyone must be joking on Twitter that like they're just in love with each other. Like, is that the?
Aren't they in like a baseball K-drama that's low-key a little gay? It's like Heated Rivalry.
What?
But with baseball.
I feel like this song is your like guilty pleasure side.
Yeah, I see that.
This is like what you listen to while you're reading fan fiction or something.
Or you're watching Heated Rivalry for the 10th time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yaoi enjoyer.
Whoa.
Because this just seems like they're trying to
And
impress
I'm
each
also
other
just
the whole time.
I'm reiterating.
Mystery woman. Be damned.
The commentary is that it's like they just want to get someone for a threesome.
In the sense that, you know what I mean?
That's what I've seen. There's like, it sounds like the song is just them trying to just find someone for a threesome.
Yeah, someone who wants both sides.
I like how like cheeky and confident it is and fun. And it's like, it's really self-positive and I like that a lot.
First, we have a chord progression. So you have that very like sort of like vertical groove where the harmony is sort of based in the groove. So it's the character is characterized by this like sort of oscillating motion between the, if we consider B minor 1, then 1 and flat 2.
This motif we've got going on through this entire thing pretty much. It's all it is just A7 sus or A9 sus to B flat 9 sus to A9 sus. And they just do that and it's like, it's so fun.
I like it a lot, and I feel like in some other videos I've been like, they're doing the same thing the entire song. There's enough change in like literally everything else, like the rhythms.
It's just such a fun rhythm.
Absolutely.
It's like literally just like
there were so many like fun, like
joy.
rhythmic little things they did that were just like super cool.
Not only the chord progression, but the rhythm of the progression right off the bat.
Yeah.
I think just the way they do that, the suspension right before they lead into the resolution. And because it's kind of sparse, it's not like there the entire time they go boom, boom, and then it's quiet. Like they have like rhythm going on, but the actual harmony isn't there until the end of the measure. So I think that sort of gives it that like cocky, nonchalant vibe.
It just because it's oscillating between the two chords gives it kind of the both sides thing. It's like, it's not kind of this drawn out thing, because I feel like they're using flipping between those two chords, but also flipping between registers. Because really like, most of the song like isn't that complex a lot of the time. Like it's a lot of just, it's kind of got the bass, it's got the like
groove.
It's got a little sizzly thing in there, which I don't mind in this context, but then it like, most of the interest of it is coming from them using like the high register of their voice and the low register of their voice. So it kind of sounds like...
They also have that both, because the choruses are always in falsetto.
Yeah.
And then
verses
they rap in more
pretty
of their
much,
like regular like kind of tone.
But even right at the beginning, like they're just going right back and forth between da 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 da.
I feel like the vocal delivery was really the focal point of it. The focal point of the song was like the kind of cheeky delivery of the dialogue, which I really did enjoy. I thought that gave a lot of life to this song. They so commit to it, which I enjoy, because I feel like you can't really pull off this song with it being so static in terms of harmony. Without like really loading onto how you're delivering the vocals. And I think that they do that a really amazing job of doing that.
How do you feel like their voices supported?
Blended really well.
I was gonna say they were pretty similar.
Yeah.
Like not in a bad way.
They're like kind of the same person. They're like kind of the same person.
Now that
I will give you slander for it.
But like in a good way, in a good way. If you got two best friends, either they're the same person or they're the complete opposite. These are the same person kind of best friends.
I liked the rap verse in the bar a lot because he was using
the shaker.
Yeah, the shaker was, I didn't actually notice it at all. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, what was the shaker?
Yeah, I don't mean like an actual shaker. I meant like the cocktail shaker.
Oh, you're talking about his cocktail shaker. I thought you
God, it was good technique. Like, gotta give it to him.
You
like,
worked at
I worked at a bar.
Yeah. It's an expressive tool that I think it's clowned on a lot in rap, of just like using vocal inflection as a way to kind of create intrigue. It's a very Kendrick Lamar, also Doja Cat does it like a lot as well. It kind of like blends ad-libbing and rap a little bit, so they have a flow going, but then as well as that they add vocal inflection to make it more hilly, yeah, I suppose. Like, and it kind of creates its own like special kind of intrigue, and also makes it feel more like you're just like ad-libbing, talking kind of thing. Like he leans on that as kind of, yeah, the end of phrases, that kind of thing. It creates its own kind of fun like musicality. And I guess the best word for it is just personality, because it's kind of hard to get personality out of such a rhythmic musical style. So I think it creates a lot more personality in rapping. And
I think this is common actually in NCT songs where members will rap kind of on pitch a little bit, and so they're sliding between like G microtone sharp and A microtone sharp, like yeah, right, da, 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 like this kind of range. Like and then like sliding between that major second.
Ooh, I love that. That little. Yeah, it is this, but it's slightly like off.
A little bit more minor, right? Yeah, it feels like a bit more like that.
That's so weird. Was that what is that? Why do they do that?
I think even because like they take on like a comedic kind of like cheeky stance on this song, like it helps for the song to breathe.
Yeah.
So that they can just do a bunch of fun like experimental sounds without it taking itself too seriously. It's really nice.
I also like that random like microtoned B that is like in between B and B flat that just randomly goes off in the right earbud. Except meh. This is there. Like I thought it was a fart the first time. I'm serious. And then it happened again. I was like, never mind, it's intentional.
Oh, and then it concludes.
Yeah. We need to resolve the part. Yeah.
I really enjoy that they don't reveal the third of either of the two chords until the bridge. So I'll play the two. So you're missing a third. You're not going. You're only getting the root, the fifth, the seventh, the ninth, and the 11th.
Originally, when I like heard that, I was like, just like, oh my God, when's it gonna resolve? When's it gonna resolve? When's it gonna resolve? And I was like, no, this is cool. This is where we are for the whole tune. Usually you think of a sus chord. If we just like hang out here forever, it doesn't sound like we're finished. It sounds like it wants to go somewhere. It sounds like it wants to go, I wanna go, right? That's like the way we want to resolve it. But they don't do that. They don't do that. They just kind of like hang out there for forever until we get to the end of the song.
Yeah, and then the end it goes to major.
Then we go a whole step down, and I think that's kind of funny. It's very bright. It's like major, and it's like whole step down.
It makes it sound like la la la. It immediately starts with the major third.
They resolve it by just going to, and then we're in A major, just from A sus to A major. It was just so pretty. And I love that we got there, and I thought to myself in my head, this better not be a bridge. If this is a bridge and we end up going back to the original groove, I'm gonna be really sad. I want it to be here for the whole rest of the song. And then they did it. Essentially the entire last like 40 to 50 seconds of the song is the outro. That is long. So to me, it doesn't feel like truly like an outro. When I think of an outro, I think an outro is after the dramatic moment of the piece. I think this is the dramatic moment of the piece. This is the climax, and we're just kind of like riding this high until the end of the song. My personal take.
high.
I understand that others may have different opinions than me, but they're wrong. No, I'm joking.
The song is pretty straightforward, except it is pretty much like it's chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, outro. Bridge, outro.
Browtro.
Both sides. But I do think it's interesting that's called both sides, and compositionally I think they do show that side of it too.
And I like that there's still that descending pitch sound.
Yeah, but then that clears out, and then the last section of the song, it's just kind of major.
Feels existential.
Oh, G major, D major.
And I love this ending. It's so fun.
No, it's like, because like I think we're just confined to the groove for so long, so when it goes like, when they go both sides, both sides, both sides, it's like very like, wow!
Yeah.
Maybe they focus more, there's more vocal layering, so it's a bit more choir-like. I think that caught my ear a lot.
Also like really cool like instrumentation and background noises.
Yes.
Like that I really loved because it's just a sound you don't hear often. Typically a sound you'll hear like in like a horror genre or like some sort of like music that's meant to be a little bit scary, but an organ that's losing air. And that's kind of the best way I can relate it to is that like glissando in the background, those synths.
Yes.
It sounded like an organ that was slowly losing air.
I don't remember where was that in the end?
Yeah. You hear it?
Yes!
Or like a siren.
Yeah, it does sound like a siren.
I liked a lot of the sounds they used. I commented on like the scream, like they introduced it at the beginning when like they both scream into the phone, but that's like present throughout the entire piece. But also they have just like really cool sounds. Like there's like the air horn sound. Aiden mentioned like the heart monitor thing going on. I don't know, I feel like some sounds that I hear are a little goofy sometimes. Although these were goofy, I think it worked. But I just like the quality of the sounds.
It was very clear. Like I could hear
every voice.
I could hear what I wanted to hear when I wanted to hear it. I didn't have to listen too hard to hear like the bass or the synth or, you know, the little thing that was going on, or the voice. I didn't have to listen too hard to actually hear everything. I thought it was really nice to be able to hear all the voices, and being able to hear the vocalists, like the two singers, just kind of float on top of it, you know?
I don't know, it was cool. I liked it a lot. I liked both sides.
Oh, why is this sensual style now? What the hell? Yeah, the falsetto is really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All the things you said, all the things you said, running through my head, running through my head.
I don't know this song.